What's going on, everybody? Classic Game Freak here.
Retired by choice.
Welcome back to another episode of the Classically Retarded Show.
Yay,
how are you?
Boy?
How are you tonight, man?
I'm doing good. How you doing, man?
Oh, well, living life, and playing video games and doing what we normally do.
Abuse ourselves?
I've done plenty of that. Yeah.
Wah, wah.
Nothing pleasurable, unfortunately, but you know.
Gotcha.
I'm talking living life and working and all that stuff that we got to do daily.
Yes, all the fun stuff that pays the bills and keeps our video game collection large.
Good God, I could go different ways with that.
Okay.
That was wrong. My pervy part of my brain just keeps telling me to say this and say that, and I'm like, no. This show is PG-13 at best. Stop it.
Yeah, well, if it is PG-13, we're only allowed one fuck, and I think we.
And why did you just used it?
Yeah, but I tend to use it a few more times under the radar.
Yeah, that's when you hit the mute button.
Oh no, there's no mute button. You just don't catch it.
I use my all the time. What are you talking about? I love my mute button.
Wah, wah. It
Okay.
sounds like a microphone fail on this end, at least.
Yeah, what I said was I use my mute button all the time. What are you talking about?
I'm just talking insanity. So, it's been a little while since our last episode, but what have you been up to? What kind of video game perversions have you been engulfed in?
Grand Theft Auto. All the way. Grand Theft Auto 5. Well, okay. Grand Theft Auto 5 with a side of Diablo 3.
Okay.
Just I don't know. I'm kind of growing tired of Grand Theft Auto, but at the same time there's still so much to do, and I started looking for I guess rare cars in there, the cars that don't spawn as much or you've actually got a quest for. I started kind of looking at those, bought myself a second apartment on it, been playing a lot of online.
Right, gotcha. Okay.
And been playing that with a couple of buddies from YouTube, and just doing that, I guess. Other than that, nothing. How about you?
I just bought, played, and beat Murdered Soul Suspect.
How was that?
On a 1 to 10 gauge, I would give it about a 6. It has such promise. I mean, it could have been a really great game. The premise is awesome. You're a cop, you get murdered, and you basically gotta solve your murder to move on to the next plane of existence, I guess. But the way they did it, it was poorly executed, fairly redundant, and unless you're a psychic, you don't know what clues you need to be using to pin suspects and move on to the next case. So it's kind of difficult.
Yeah. Well, I had heard about this game. I wanted to play it. I've seen a lot of, I guess, mixed reviews, I'd say. But I mean, there's some people that are like, this game is pretty good for what it is, and others are like, this game is pure unadulterated crap.
Well, let's just put it this way: if I would have paid $60 for this game, I would have been pissed. I paid $15 for it, and I think I got about $15 worth out of it. So I'm not sad about it. I wish it could have been better, but it's not bad.
I gotcha. It's still one I want to play, but I mean, I really don't want to pay anything for it. So
Right. Well, if you can find it on the cheap, $15 or less, I'd say pick it up. And it's worth at least a playthrough. I mean, it's nothing that's going to break any genres, or it's not going to be top 10 game of the year list material or anything like that. But it's definitely interesting.
right. Yeah, I'm glad you said that. Like I said, I've wanted to play it on the PS4. I think it's out on PC too, but I don't know why. Like, I know I could get it for super cheap if I wanted to, and it's just I haven't. I mean, my backlog keeps yelling at me and preventing me from buying a lot of games these days. But
Right, right.
so,
No, I'm with you on that, sir. I got a backlog that's saying don't buy any more, but I've been kind of going through a gameplay and winning kind of thing. I've actually gone through a few games, and so I figure I can pick up one new one.
yeah. Well, actually, speaking of new games you're playing, you picked up you made an interesting video the other night, and I wanted to talk about that for a minute.
Which one? It was set to private. No one should have been able to see that one.
Yeah, the Let's Play Five Nights at Freddy's.
You know what? I had no intention of making that video. I had no intention of ever doing a Let's Play. But I was just goofing around with some software I found, and I just wanted to kind of test it out. And I really didn't have any PC games. I'm not a PC game person. I don't buy them. I don't download them. I don't play them. I just don't have patience with keyboards. I hate keyboards. So I just don't tend to play PC games. But the software I found, I mean, it's just really, really super easy to use. And so I was like, well, let me just go ahead and give it a whirl and see what I can do. And I seen your Let's Play Five Nights at Freddy's, and I've seen others out there, and I figured, no, I got 10, 15 minutes to blow real quick. Like, this is how to do it. And for some reason or another, I just wanted to throw another video. I already did one that week. I did the inappropriate children's toys, and I figured, no, I'll just go ahead and throw up another video and see what I get. And well, it was fun. It was interesting. I failed miserably.
Yeah, you kind of didn't know what you were doing there. I kept kind of watching and going, "Open your doors! Open your doors back up! Open your doors, damn it!"
Yeah, I had no clue that there's no instructions to this thing. They kind of give you like a little rundown, but it's not very good, not very well thought out. So I was kind of just playing and kind of guessing.
Well, you see, I think it's engineered like that on purpose. Like they don't really tell you everything. Like the guy on the phone doesn't tell you that you really have power you have to conserve until later on in that conversation. And by that point, you've wasted probably 30% of battery life because, you're like, "Oh, doors, shut them."
Yeah,
You know.
doors, lights, and
And
I didn't know that the video cameras, just flicking back and forth between the video cameras, does drain your batteries too.
yes, it does.
So
And
I'm flipping through like blink, 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 and next thing I know, I'm down to 60%, and it's only like 1 o'clock. I'm like, oh crap.
yeah, that was the only thing. Like when you had your picture-in-picture of you up there, it's covering the what time it is in the game. So
Yeah, I know.
I was like, what time is it? What time is it? I wonder, is he gonna make it?
Oh, I was close. I was about an hour away.
No kidding, man. And I gotta say, like at this point, a lot of people have seen what Five Nights at Freddy's is. So I mean,
Yeah,
I'm not gonna spoil anything for him really by saying this, but when you ran out of battery power, you were sitting there in the dark, you started hearing that little jingle going on. Like it was funny because you kept looking to the right, and like when you start hearing that jingle, Freddy's over in the left doorway, blinking. His eyes and his mouth are blinking and everything.
yeah,
And
yeah.
like there was one point you kind of glanced, you could see his eyeball, but you turned back. You're like, "What's going on? What's going on? What's going on?" You're like, "Is that good or bad?" And, then finally you saw him, and I'm like, "Oh shit! Oh my god!" And he like there's different versions of that. Like sometimes he'll just cut out abruptly and boom, he's in your face. He took his time with you, like he was killing you slowly. Okay, I've never seen it go on that long. I've never seen him just take his time, but it did the whole jingle, and then it sat there for what felt like forever, and then
Yeah,
finally he got you.
it was a while. I'm like, okay, he's just sitting there, but time's running down. I might make it. And all of a sudden, bam, he's right there. And it's like, ah!
Yeah, that did crack me up. Your reaction, you just ah.
I didn't expect it. I had no clue what was going to happen. I've watched a bunch of these videos and I've never seen anyone like fail on night one, so I had no idea what to expect.
Oh, you haven't seen enough of the videos then. I've seen some pretty funny people. They're like, "What am I supposed to be doing? What the hell? Oh, my power's out," because they'll shut both the doors and turn on the lights instantly and drain their power at 1 o'clock in the morning. And
Yeah.
so you lasted quite a while. I'm hoping you'll keep going at it because this game gets like hard.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like night 3 and 4, they're those things are just moving
Oh,
so quick.
dang.
There's one point where Foxy he'll run down the corridor, like you'll see him in the security camera. He'll run down the corridor. Once you see him running, you've got to get out from the camera and shut that left door, but otherwise he's got you.
Oh, dang.
And it's quick, so you got to kind of be quick about it. It really does get difficult. People spend a lot of time playing these games, and I'll admit that I'm still working on getting through 2. I still have nights, I think 4, 5, and 6, or 5 and 6 on Five Nights at Freddy's 2, and I haven't really had the motivation lately, but I'm going to play it. I'm going to get to it.
You need to. Just an FYI, I did do another video where I made it through the first night, and I may or may not have made it to the second night. No spoilers
Nice.
yet.
Okay, all right, I like that. Well, I'll tell you this about your video, the first one. At work, I I was sitting there waiting. I'm having to do these make sure these parts are in spec at work, and it's a lot of sitting there and waiting time. Well, the first moment I had to sit there and wait for like the first part or whatever, I'm sitting there like, man, I wish I had something interesting to watch. I wish I had something interesting to do on my phone or whatever. And just as I was thinking that, my phone alerted me, said you had a video that was posted. I was like, what is this? And sure enough, it was that video. So I'm sitting there in this room by myself going, shut those doors or open those doors.
I'm sure if anyone was wandering by and heard you talking to yourself like that, they're probably like, "Oh, God, he's lost it."
Thankfully, it's in a factory, and I mean, it's a loud factory. So unless you're sitting in the room with the person, you ain't going to hear jack.
Right, right. No, that's good.
So yeah.
Well, cool, man. Well, I'm glad that you enjoyed it. So far, it's only got 8 views. I don't expect to get a whole lot on this series. If I would have done it probably 6 months ago, then maybe. But Five Nights at Freddy's is a little passe now.
Yeah, it's kind of been done. I'm personally going to play through 2 just to get through 2. Like I started the series of playing, you know, each episode is my struggles to get through every night. So, you see a lot of clips of me failing, which I think that's my favorite part to edit is just my reactions and my fails and all that. And I think at one point in one of the videos I had like a text bomb and my wife had called me at one point. So I
Mhm.
just kind of edited it into the video and it was fun. It's fun to watch. It's fun to go back and watch. So.
Right, right. Speaking of editing videos, I do want to throw out this. I know I told you this before, and I've seen the video at least 10 times since it got posted, but the video you did, the response to Diver Picker with the rest of the conversation that you guys had,
Yeah.
that video is just too goddamn funny. I mean, oh my god. I just love. And when I was watching his video, I'm like, why is he making that retarded face? Why does he look like he's lost in a conversation about amiibos? And then you did your video. I was like, oh my god, that is too damn funny.
Oh yeah, Scuba's a funny dude. He finally just started getting back into doing videos on YouTube. And matter of fact, he just posted a trade for sale video today, which it's been a while since I've even done one of those. But to see that again, it kind of brought me back to when I first got on YouTube, and we were doing all these trade videos. And so he started kind of showing. and yeah, I'm gonna give props to him, give him a little shout out here. But he started talking about homebrew games, like homebrew, not import games, but game hacks. You know, like they
Yeah.
have on Nintendo, like these games that are still coming out to this day. You know, he was showing a lot of those, and then out of the blue, it's him supposedly talking to me on the phone, talking about Amiibos, and because he doesn't think highly of Amiibos, and he thought I guess I'd be offended or something. That's the way Scuba, that's the way he goes. That's what he does. And
Right.
so when I saw that, I was like, you know what? I saw the video. I'm just sitting here at my computer. I'm just laughing my ass off. I was like, that was pretty funny. But you see, now I got to go and get him back.
And you
So
did. You did.
yeah, I don't know how I came up with the idea, but I was just like, oh, your mother, your mama like that, and I was like, wait a minute. Oh, I got an idea. So like I pieced together my first scenes, and I straight up honestly on there say, yeah, I'm buying Amiibos, and I have the Amiibo sitting in front of me, and then like just the way that whole conversation goes, I was just like if it's anything that got my attention, made me want to do the video, was the look he gives. He like squints at one point.
Yeah.
And,
Like he's concentrating on his next word.
yeah, he squints, and I actually chopped that portion up a little bit in from his video and put when he's like, "What do you have, child?" I was like, "Yo, mama," like that, and he just like that part. He freezes like, "What did you just say?" It turned out fantastic. I was gonna take the video down like after he had seen it, just because it was just a little goof, but it's got like 200 views. Like I
I
don't know.
know. It's got an insane amount of views for a little video. I was like, wow, that's pretty cool.
Maybe I just need to make little videos like that. I don't know.
Yeah, that's the weird thing about YouTube. It's so hit and miss. I mean, like most of my videos, I've been getting around, I don't know, like 20, 22 views, and then like the Five Nights at Freddy's, it's like 8, and I probably might hit a dozen, and then my inappropriate children's toys. I mean, that right now, last time I checked, it was like 92, and it's been up for about a week now.
Yeah,
So. But that series seems to do pretty well for me. I think the lowest viewed one I have is like 1,500 views, and the highest viewed is like 32,000 views. So I mean, it's hard to find a happy medium between what videos you make and the views that you do and don't get.
yeah. I know that my Let's Plays that I do, I realize that when I get on there and make them, that I'm pretty much making them for myself and my kind of inner circle of friends. So I don't get many views on those, but I have fun making them, and maybe while they sit there, maybe people will start wanting to watch them and they'll pick up a little bit. The inappropriate toys thing, I could see why that picks up the views, because I mean that's something different. I mean, it's not every day that somebody picks up a penis-shaped Play-Doh tool and shows it to YouTube.
That's true. That's true. Now there is a guy who does not necessarily inappropriate children's toys, but he does a series of toy related videos, and he like finds like all these like really odd and weird toys that are, you look at them and you're like, okay, that's kind of not right, but okay. And
Yeah.
he's been doing for a few years now, and he's got some views on them, but like it's just that I don't know, it's kind of finding something that's not supposed to be what it is, or it is what it's not supposed to be, and it just kind of getting its own little niche going on.
Yeah, exactly. And that, I mean, if it's something out of the norm, it seems like it picks up some views.
Yeah.
I know that for me, my heaviest hitter videos have been, well, my top 5 videos are when I built my arcade cabinet. The first episode was just me talking about the buttons that I ordered on eBay, and just really just kind of showed my TV or my computer screen when I was ordering them on eBay, and when I actually got the package in the mail, and kind of just showed the buttons. It's sitting at like 60 something thousand views, and then like from there each episode kind of got less and less views. But I mean, it was something a bit different. Not everybody goes and just, kind of puts together an arcade cabinet, you know. So, I mean, I just kind of say, hey, that's where my viewers came from. It's not every day you see that.
That's true. I mean, it seems to be the things that you don't see very often. It gets a lot of views, but then like if you do a series like you said, your cabinet, the first one was a huge viewership following, and then the next one after that was less, and the next one after that is less. It's the same thing with my inappropriate children's toys. I mean, the first one was huge, and then after that, it's kind of gone down.
Yeah, it's just like I don't know, like I don't know if people just lose interest after that, or perhaps, I mean, it could be a number of things. That, and perhaps it's just, it isn't what they expected from you, so they don't really want to see the next videos. I mean, whatever it is. I mean, you have the right to go and not look at somebody else's next videos if you don't want to,
Yeah, that's true. I think a lot of it has to do with the way YouTube. I mean, it seems like every 6 months or so, they're either implementing a new feature or taking away an old feature, or just reconfiguring how you see your homepage. I remember like when I first got started, as soon as you logged in, you went to your homepage and you saw people that you're subscribed to and all their latest videos, and it'd make recommendations based on those. Now it's kind of the same, but it's laid out differently, so it's not as easy to read or as easy to kind of skim through and say, okay, I want to watch Classic Game Freak's newest video first, and I'll watch this next one after that. It's just set up really weird.
Yeah, and from what I'm hearing, it's like if you post a lot of videos, people who are subscribed to you might not see all of those videos posted onto their wall. So, you could have 3 new videos and perhaps they only see a link to one. So, there's some algorithm that YouTube uses as far as the popularity of your videos and so on as well. It's complicated.
Well, they need to knock that shit off. It's fucking up my shit.
It is what it is. You just kind of got to figure out how to work the system, I guess.
I need to figure out something because I haven't got a new subscriber in like a month now.
Damn.
Yeah, it's tough, brah. It's tough.
Okay, that is pretty rough.
Yeah, I'm sitting at like 265 subscribers so far, but I'm happy with them all, man. I get good comments, and I still get a lot of hate from my inappropriate children's toys.
Nice.
I mean, a lot. People get pissed about those finger puppets.
Love the hate. Love it.
Love the haters.
Well, and I mean, some of the hate is real funny. Like some of it's actually very constructive criticism from people. Like with my arcade cabinet, it's actually given me some of the hate has given me ideas to make more episodes. People are like, "Oh, your arcade cabinet looks like shit." I'm like, "Yeah, I know." What do you want to come in and build a new control panel for me? Put an inlay in it, a vinyl sticker, put some plexiglass on there, make it look sharp. Well, I mean, what?
Right.
So, but I still have the people who are like, I think they're trying to be kind of hating a little bit, but at the same time, they're giving me ideas. Like somebody had complained that on my video where I showed the wiring to the buttons and everything, I didn't show how it went to the card, how the card was wired up and everything. And I'm like, well, shoot, you know what? I can go back and I can show the whole diagram for this card, show how all these go on there, show how I daisy chained all the buttons and everything. Try to be as helpful as I can with it. It'll give me a new video to put up. It'll give the people something new to watch, and fine, cool. I hope I've helped somebody.
Exactly. I mean, I don't do a whole lot of those kind of videos. I do mostly pickups, but every once in a while I try to make it funny, or I try to do something that's a little bit different, and just put it out there in the world and see what happens. For example, this week I got 2 video ideas I'm actually going to be working on, um, and hopefully have up this week. But like when we do this show, and like last time when I sat down, I wrote out 5 ideas for our show here, and at the same time I said, you know what, I want to do the same thing for my channel. I'm going to write out 5 ideas for new videos, and I did. I mean, it took a little bit longer for my channel to get ideas, but I mean, I sat down, I got in one night 10 ideas, 5 for our show, 5 for my channel. So it's just because it's going to be me having to have the want, the need, and the desire to sit down and plot out the videos, make the videos, edit the videos, and then post them. And that's my biggest hurdle is I'm lazy.
Yeah. I see that's not a bad idea though. Like with me, my best ideas for my channel seem to spawn while I'm at work. Um, I kind of keep those ideas in my head, but by the time I get home that evening, I haven't written it down, and it kind of becomes a little bit faded. Uh, and I for some reason I just kind of lose that motivation to do those videos. Like I've got a couple of characters I want to put into my videos, just from life experiences, from people I've seen in my life and so on. Like I'd love to do a couple of characters that I do, and I still have yet to implement them. There's a couple of different episodes I want to do that involve video game bosses. I haven't done that. I've had that idea for months now.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah,
So,
been kind of wondering about that one.
yeah, I didn't know I'd told you about that one, but
Oh yes,
uh,
sir.
I'm
We're like
still.
two, we're like 2 gabbing girls. We talk about everything.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. We do. Like, oh my God. Uh,
I
but
just got my period, and oh my god, like
uh,
for real fast.
that's nasty. No, but um, there's that, and there's a few other things I want to do. It's just I for one, it's procrastination. Number two, it's laziness. And here lately, I mean, I'll be straight up. I've been really, really just down in the dumps, and that has really affected my YouTube channel because I haven't wanted to do anything for my channel. My Vegas Pro has not been on my screen in like 2 weeks at least.
Oh wow.
Well, I take that back. I managed to put together the last episode of the Classically Retarded Show and hit render on that, put the music to it, hit the render on it, and posted it because I know we were kind of running that up to the wire.
Yeah, we were.
Beyond that, I really haven't messed with anything as far as the channel goes. And I had plans to do like an update video and all that, but just here lately, just I haven't had the energy or I wouldn't say motivation, but it's been just the drive.
Right, and I totally understand. I can relate to that. And I'm sure a lot of our listeners and viewers out there can totally understand and relate to that also because a lot of our viewers are YouTube subscribers or YouTube, uh, you know, creators. They have their own channels and they do their own content. And I'm sure that they've been in the same situation where either life has caught up to them or, they just can't think of a good idea or they just get to the point where, I just did 3 videos. I need a break, and I can't do it right now. And I've been to the point where I've been burned out, like doing the show and doing all the edits that we do on it. There's the first 2 episodes I did. I literally did our video, edited it, got it up, and I refused to do a video for my channel because I was just so burned out on even looking at a computer screen, let alone thinking about putting up a new video.
Yeah, I know that one. Like we put so much work into those previous episodes, and that's like that. This last episode we did. That's why I wasn't too worried about that one. Like I was like, you know what? until we really get some viewers, till we get some listeners, it doesn't really warrant, not unless we're really gung-ho about it and want to do it. I was like, we don't need a bunch of edits. But it eats up time. Like I tell people, that last episode I did that was very clip-friendly took me about 16 hours of continuous work. Like, not 16 hours sitting at the computer and just like, like I'm going to do a little editing, then I'm going to do something else. No, that's like collective work time.
Yeah, I found it takes no, at least me, it takes me about 1 hour to do 15 minutes worth of clip cutting and editing and putting it into the episode. So if we have an hour and a half episode, that's 6 hours of clipping and cutting and pasting and all that fun stuff. And that's not even including rendering time and upload time.
Yeah. And it can be tedious. Like, I know there was points when I was just like, I would kind of stop and look at it and be like, do I want to take a break now or what? And I'm like, well, I can get to this point, and then, at least I'll have that much done. And I just, like, I wanted to keep going. I wanted to get it done. And when it's said and done, I mean, it's a proud moment. It really is. I felt accomplished with that episode. I think we're talking about the console war debate.
Yeah.
And
that was a good episode.
Yeah, I had fun piecing that one together, especially the epic facepalm when we were talking about the title of the all about the SNES or
All about the NES.
NES. Yeah, the epic facepalm from Naked Gun 33 and a third. I was happy to find that clip.
I'm surprised we didn't get flagged for that either.
I think it's something like, if it's less than 10 seconds, it doesn't flag it. If it's something that quick, it's okay. So
that's good to know, because I've been flagged, I think, the last 3 episodes I've edited. But the last one totally irked me, because usually I can just click on the thing saying, yeah, I know there's content here that's not supposed to be there. And that's fine. That'd be the end of it. But the last one I did, I had this nice little clip of the Deadpool movie test footage, and it looked nice, looked pretty, and they said nope.
Yeah, I didn't know anything about that clip or anything until you'd said something. So
that was a cool clip, though, huh? Did you watch it? You watch it, right?
I've seen it about 10 times now.
It was pretty well done, I thought.
Yeah, a lot of good humor. Hopefully, the whole movie will be like that.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I know you're a huge Deadpool fan, and I'm a pretty big Deadpool fan, so I'm really hoping that the movie is just as good, if not better, than the 6-minute test clip that they put out there on the net.
Yeah, and that kind of promises it. So, I mean, at least it ain't going to be Deadpool from X-Men Origins.
Right. Yeah, that'd be a huge disappointment.
So, anyway, I know we're already been just kind of jibber jabbering a lot.
Yeah, we're about 3 minutes deep already.
Yeah, and this episode, I know we really didn't have any direction for it. We didn't come up with any ideas. Well, you sent me a list, but I didn't get that list because I don't know. But technical difficulties, too many devices reading the same information, I guess. I don't know. But here this past week, which by the time you post this episode it'll be 2 weeks, Nintendo Direct happened. And usually I don't care. Usually, I mean, with Nintendo, I never really care. I've never seen a Nintendo Direct that I've cared anything about. And this one, I happen, like, normally when I wake up in the morning, well, close morning, near noon, first thing I'll do to wake up is grab my phone, look at the gaming news, check out Facebook, all that good stuff. It helps me wake up. And the first thing I started seeing was stuff about the new 3DSs that are going to be coming out.
Right.
the announcement that they're releasing on the 13th of next month, February, and as well as Majora's Mask and Monster Hunter 4. So they announced that there was going to be 2 limited editions of the 3DSs as well, the Majora's Mask 3DS and the Monster Hunter 4 3DS.
Yep,
So
yep. I saw that same thing too. When I saw the one for the Monster Hunter, I was like, oh, I know who's getting that one.
yes, yeah, yep. This guy right here is getting one of those indeed.
Yep, yep. I saw that. And I was like, yeah, Classic Game Freak is definitely gonna get himself a Monster Hunter 4 edition of the 3DS. Even though you got what 2 3DSs already?
I have three
Oh,
3DSs.
three.
Well,
Isn't one of yours for your wife's?
yes, technically I would say I have two, but I mean, she always, after she gets done with them, she kind of hands them back to me. Now, here you go. Oh, okay. So right now in the household there are three. We've got a straight blue one. Got the Mickey limited edition, I think, which is like a Disney Magical Worlds version, and then I've got the Zelda Link Between Worlds edition, the gold one with the Triforce on it.
Right.
And I told myself, and I even told my wife this when I first heard about the new 3DS. I said it's a stupid idea. I think it's retarded that they're going to make people buy a new 3DS. You know, it's going to be stupid that they're making games for that specifically. You know, I don't think it's right. You know, why can't we just clip something on, you know, like the old jumper packs on the Nintendo 64? Why can't we just put something that the SD card plugs into or something, you know, and boom, more processing power or something, you know? So I told myself, no, you know, I don't want one. And then them assholes at Nintendo unveil a Monster Hunter 4 limited edition 3DS that looks so sexy. Just brushed metal, brushed cold metal with a monster emblem in the corner. It just looks gorgeous. It reeked by me.
Yeah.
And so I'm like going, oh, bitches, I can't believe you did this, because I have the collector's edition of Monster Hunter pre-ordered already. And so surprisingly, you know, like the topic we're going to get into here is Majora's Mask. It sold out within the first like 2 hours that it was announced.
Yeah, yeah. I was really surprised how quickly it sold out. I mean,
And
I knew it would, but I didn't think that quickly.
2 hours. Like later on in the evening, my wife came and had dinner with me. I get like 30 minutes for my dinner, and I told her, I was like, "Yeah, look at these updates." And I started reading them off about Majora's Mask, and she goes, "Well, what about the Monster Hunter one?" And I said, "The Monster Hunter one's still in stock. It's not as popular as Zelda, you know. It's just not going to be ever." But she was like, "So you can still order one?" I said, "Well, yeah." She goes, "Order it." I said, "What?" She goes, "Order it." I said, "Okay." So we got on the ball and did our pre-order, and I'm glad, because the next day, out of stock everywhere. So
Where'd you pre-order from?
GameStop.
Uh-oh. Shame,
Yeah.
shame. Know your name.
Well, you know, I can go and pick it up from the store, and but you know, I don't want to just buy this and hoard it. I plan on using it, and because I am that Monster Hunter fan. Monster Hunter, I will say over and over again, is my favorite all-time series as far as video games go. But the Majora's Mask, this is where we're kind of getting on topic here a little bit. People are buying it up like 4, 5 units at a time, taking what they wanted that and throwing it on eBay for upwards 300, 400. even $500. And they don't even have the physical box yet. They don't even have the physical device yet, and they're already selling it on eBay for these prices, these ridiculous prices.
Yeah, but that comes with every new system, though. I mean, I remember when the 360 came out. I was working at Walmart at the time, and the Walmart I worked at, they only had 5 physical copies in stock on day one. So we had a line going from the back of our store where electronics is located all the way to the front door of people waiting in line to get their 360. Well, it didn't matter where you stood in line. Eventually, they did out like a raffle where you got a ticket, and if they called your number, you got a 360. So even if you're number one in line, been there for a day and a half, you're not guaranteed a 360 unless your number's called. But these same people who bought them that same night put them up on eBay and were getting $1,000 for a 360. But it happens every new generation. It happened with the Xbox Ones and the PS4s. People were going online and selling these things for $700, $800, $900 easily.
Yeah, that would have pissed me off right there. If I would have been standing in line and they raffled it over me being there earlier. I know that the PS4 back, not this past December, but the December before last, my local Best Buy got some in stock. I'd found out, but I called them up on a Saturday, and they're like, "We're going to have a limited stock come in Sunday morning." Okay, I went out there. It was 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. Went out there. It was like 10 degrees out that morning. So waited from 3 o'clock in the morning, 4 o'clock in the morning, whenever it was, till 10 o'clock opening time. I was the second one in line, and even that was rough. I had my wife there. We were kind of taking turns. She would go get some coffee and so on, while I stood there wrapped up in a blanket, or vice versa, so we can get in the car, get warm. But even still, I mean, I cannot imagine being out in the cold like that for that long, and then they're like, "Well, you're second in line, but we raffled it to the guy last in line. He just got here, but we raffled it to him."
Yeah, exactly. That's why I hate, I hate when new systems come out and that shit happens because, these companies, they do it on purpose. They make a limited number so they can, be either the first ones out or they can be the biggest, baddest system, and they get that buzz. Oh, the PS4 sold out. Well, no shit. You made 1,000 systems. It's going to sell out. Whereas if they made enough for, I don't know, everyone who wanted one, it wouldn't be a big deal, right?
Yeah.
But no, they do these limited numbers, or like, oh, we only got our initial shipment of like 1,000 per store, or 1,000 total over in the northeast section of America. Good luck getting one. It's just their way of creating a buzz and feeding that supply and demand bullshit.
Yeah. And just like that, we were talking about the people buying up the Zelda Majora's Mask 3DSs. Now, one thing they should have done sooner, but they didn't, was limit how many you could buy. And they didn't do that, but I had heard, and I went back and started kind of looking on Reddit and so on. I had heard that they actually went back and started limiting how many you had. So people had some, I guess, like recalls, or their orders had closed. Like, I'm looking at Reddit right now, and this guy just 12 hours ago said, I had one of my new 3DS pre-orders closed. Called customer service for the reason why my order was canceled, and the rep said they are limiting orders to one per household. If you order more than one from GameStop, keep an eye on your emails. But then he went back and edited it. And it says I love saying that, edited it. It's hard. But it says, it appears I have slightly mistaken. They are limiting it to 2 special edition 3DSs per household. So you can either have 2 Majora Masks, 2 Monster Hunters, or one of each. So, but they're still, I mean, they're limiting it a little bit. But then again, I don't think it's right. They shouldn't be able to go back and just be like, well, you ordered them, but we're closing it now.
Right, and not exactly.
So, and Nintendo kind of has this habit of doing that. The same thing with the Amiibo, I guess. What would you say, Amiibos or Amiibi?
I think it'd be Amiibos.
Just Amiibos.
Yeah.
Say Amiibi, like, yeah, many. These things, I still don't really understand them completely. Like, I guess for what they are, as far as little figures to put up on your shelf, they're kind of cool. But you're paying $12 for something that's got a chip in it, and then it gives you unlock something in the game.
Yeah, that's the primary thing about it. It allows you to unlock characters in like Mario Kart and Smash Brothers.
Yeah. And then it actually like levels up a character within the amiibo, like all the save data on there. You can have it fight against other players in Smash Brothers and things like that. Something like that. It levels it up.
Right.
I mean, to me, that kind of sounds like a memory card type thing. That's what we've done with memory cards. But I don't know what the draw has been, but this is like the Tickle Me Elmo all over again. People are buying these things up in droves, and I don't. Maybe it's just the popularity of the characters, the associated characters. I don't know, but they started running out of stock of certain characters,
Yeah,
and
they made a certain number of certain characters. Of course, the more popular characters like the Links and the Metroids and the Marios, there's a million of those, but the lesser known characters like the Animal Crossing villager or the Wii Fit trainer, those are smaller numbers, and they're actually discontinuing those, I believe.
yeah. Well, here's the deal. Like, I've heard, and what I've pieced together is they've come out with new characters in waves. Like, they're coming up to wave 4, and they've kind of got their different characters. I heard that like Star Fox is getting hard to find. Like, you can still find it, but it's getting hard to find it. And I'm like, how? Why? But you'd think that like Mario and Link and them would be easy, but you've got. I've heard Rosalina a lot. Like, I don't know, but
Yeah.
Nintendo turned around and decided they wanted to discontinue 3 less popular characters. So they jump up there and they're straight up like, hey, we want to save shelf space for the stores that are carrying them. We're taking the villager from Animal Crossing. We're taking the Wii Fit trainer. And we're taking Marth from, what was it, Fire Emblem, I believe?
I believe so, yeah.
We're discontinuing them. Everybody, and me included, were like, holy crap, I need to get to Walmart. I need to get to the store now. I need to buy these up. Because they're basically announcing that they are now going to be collector's items.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, that's how Nintendo does it. Make a limited number, make them hard to find, and the ones that they have too many of, they decide, oh, we're going to discontinue them, so they're going to be a little bit more valuable. Like, I've heard that oh god, what's his name from Tyson's Punch Out?
Oh, Little Mac?
Little Mac. I heard he's pretty hard to find too.
Yeah, I heard he's real hard to find. Captain Falcon from F-Zero's hard to find. I'm trying to think who else. There's been a few of them. I I want to say like Diddy Kong, but I don't know if they came out with Diddy Kong yet, but I've heard that somewhere. I really need to do my research when it comes to stuff like this because it makes for a great topic. But
It really does. I also read, I believe, like 2 or 3 days ago, that Nintendo has actually decided that with the Marth character, they're actually going to re-release it. Now, I don't know if it's going to make the Marth characters they have out now, who are already rare, if they're going to make them less rare because they're re-releasing them, or make it more rare because they're going to make it like alternate costumes or alternate packaging or whatnot. But it's definitely a character to look out for and keep an eye on because it could go up or it could go down.
yeah, and you're right. They at the Nintendo Direct they did announce that they're bringing some new characters with Wave 4, and they're bringing Marth back, which, I mean, I can understand. Marth kind of looks like a cool character and everything, but still no word on the Wii Fit Trainer or the Villager. To be quite honest, I think those were completely stupid ideas to come out with, a little figure for. Come on, who
Yeah,
really wants a Wii Fit Trainer amiibo anyway?
no one I know of, but I mean, from what I've seen here, the Wii Foot Trainer, the Villager, and Marth from Wave 1 are listed as rare. Um, Diddy Kong, Little Mac, and Pit in the second wave are listed as rare. And then the third wave that's coming out later on this month, there's two exclusives. There's a Toys R Us exclusive and a Target exclusive. The Target looks like it's Rosalina and Luma.
Hmm.
And then the Toys R Us one looks like it's the Caro. I'm probably saying that way wrong.
I have no idea on that.
Then they're also showing a fourth wave coming out in February. Shulk, or She-Hulk, or I don't know, Shulk, is listed as being a GameStop exclusive, and a Meta Knight is going to be a Best Buy exclusive. So not only are you going to have rarity ones, but you're also going to have, certain stores having exclusive characters.
Exclusives, yeah.
You have to trek your ass all the way, if you don't have one in your town. Like, I don't have a Toys R Us or a Target in my town. That Toys R Us, the closest one to me is in Pensacola. Target, closest one to me is Fort Walton Beach. So you're talking, 45 minutes for one and 30 minutes for another one.
And if you can get there and actually see it in stock, if you're lucky.
Right, right. I mean, of course, you can probably go on these stores' websites and pre-order, but if you don't pre-order early enough, you're gonna miss out.
Yeah. Well, I'm
And
looking. We're talking about resellers and everything, and I will admit that as soon as I heard that these were gonna be discontinued, I went ahead and went up to my local Walmart, and sure enough, they had the Villager and the Wii Fit Trainer there. So, one night after work, I went and picked one of each up. So, I had heard that they were rare, so I picked those up. And then, like the next day or the day after, it was like, we are discontinuing these. I went back, sure enough, they had one of each, just one more of each. So I grabbed them, bought those. Unfortunately, no Marth or anything, but I got those because I can I can be the villain here a little bit. I can make a little bit of money off of this.
right,
If
right.
anybody's gonna make a little money from it, why not me?
Speaking of making money off Amiibos, have you seen like the crazy prices people have been paying for like the misprints? Like
I'm
the Princess Peach that has no legs, or the Villager with the reversed arms.
or the I saw one, the Marth with an extra head. Yeah, people are buying those up. It's like it's stamps all over again. You get those misprinted stamps, stamps that are upside down. It's just people go nuts over that stuff.
Yeah, yeah, it's insane. But apparently the Princess Peach went for like $10,000.
Golly, people have too much money to spend.
Exactly. And I guess right now the one that people are looking for is the Samus with two guns.
Yeah, one of those sold for like $2,500.
That's insane.
Uh, and if even with these rare discontinued amiibos, like I'm looking at eBay right now, and like there's one auction here. Let's go ahead and take a look here. 14 bids on this villager alone, sealed, $61.
Wow.
Now, that's not to say that perhaps somebody's falsifying those bids a little bit. Perhaps they're, bidding on their own stuff. But I'm looking at a Marth Villager and Wii Fit Trainer. 15 minutes left. It's got 4 bids. It's up to 122.50.
Wow.
That's crazy.
That's some
And
nice little scratch for $12 figures.
yeah, and this is still people. If this is an actual bid, if this is an actual legit bid, this is people bidding on, well, for one, Marth, which is coming back to stores. Maybe it's just ignorance on their part. Maybe they just don't read gaming news. I don't know, but uh, you know, still spending too much money on something like that. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm going to end up selling my Wii Fit Trainer and Villagers together. I'm going to sell two sets of those. I plan on making a little money, but at the same time, I'm just like, man, this kind of sucks.
Yeah, well, as long as people think things are rare or hard to find or could be something worth a lot of money 10, 20, 30 years down the road, people are going to be buying them up and keeping them in nice, pristine condition and spending the prices that they're paying for.
Just like that, speaking of high prices, one other thing I do want to mention, and this has nothing to do with Amiibos or anything, does have to do with the NES, Nintendo. The oh shoot, the what is it? Not World Championship, but the
Oh, the track and field?
not track and well, it's like track and field. What the name just slipped my mind. Uh, Nintendo World Champion. No, damn, I can't remember now. Just a complete loss for words. But you know what I'm talking about. It went on to auction, complete in box, VGA rated, sold for $29,000, $30,000.
That's pretty nice.
That is a chunk of change.
But it's also one of those games that when it came out, it was only out for like a day, and then it was recalled immediately. So
Yeah,
there's very few copies out there in the wild, let alone in-box complete and graded. So I could see a game like that going for some money. I would never expected that much, but yeah, I mean, shit. I wish I had a copy, you know?
yeah. This guy, he he said he used to be a Nintendo employee, and just he'd been sitting on this copy of this game for a while, and he just said it was time to sell it. Didn't realize how much it was going to go for. Now, when I saw the auctions on it, it was going for nearly $100,000, but they found out stadium events. That's what it was.
Yeah, yeah.
Found out that not all the bids were legit.
Ah,
Yeah, it sold for $40,000.
wow, it's still pretty nice.
Yeah, yeah, that would pay some bills.
Yeah, yeah, I think that pay every bill I have completely.
But yeah, just I wish I had a chunk of change to pay for something like that. Like it was no big deal. But alas, we work, we pay our bills with what we make at work, and then maybe buy, a bargain bin video game.
Yeah, sounds about right.
So just it's getting a little crazy what people are willing to pay for. These Amiibo, like I've said, I don't understand the appeal. I mean, I can see how you could like something on the shelf. I can't really see them being used in game. Like, right, if they were to implement some really cool stuff in it, to use in the game, You know, I think that'd be cool. But as it stands right now, you get like a special weapon in a game, or you get a special character in the game, uh, and then you level a non-playable character up with it. It doesn't make sense to me. And then to go and pay $122 for 3 of them.
Yeah, it's that prestige thing, man. It's just having it on your shelf or in your collection and saying, "Hey, I got this super rare thing." Blah blah blah.
Yeah, but still, I mean that ain't as cool as having a power glove or something like that sitting on your shelf. You know, it's just not.
Well, I don't know how cool it'd be to have a power glove, but it is pretty bad.
It's so bad. Speaking of that, I don't know if you've seen it, but there was a little news article about an animator that works for Robot Chicken, how he retrofitted one of those to use at work.
Yeah, I read the thing about that. That's pretty cool.
He freaking had an engineer help him put like a Bluetooth control pad in it, like still using the whole housing for it. He didn't change the way it looks or anything like that. Still uses all the buttons on it, but retrofitted it so that he can move through frames after he gets done moving one of the clay animation figures. He's able to look back. He's able to scrub forward. He's able to, change stuff he needs on it, and using the Power Glove. I thought that was neat as hell. That's bringing the Power Glove back a little bit. I'd like for that story alone to spark the idea of a new Power Glove or something. I would buy it.
As long as they can do it right, I don't mind them bringing it back, but the way they did it the first time, it just did not work.
No, not at all. And I don't think they had enough games implementing it in the first place.
No, from what I read, there's only 2 purely dedicated games to the game, the Power Glove, and the games that they kind of went back and retrofitted to be programmed into the Power Glove were not very good, not that many, and it honestly did not work. I bought one when it first came out. I took all my birthday money, I saved it up, and went out and bought it, had it for a couple of days, and I was like, you know what, this is not working. It's not doing what it's supposed to do, and I am highly upset about the amount of money I spent on it first. I mean, I spent, I want to say $100 on it. I think that's what it was, and it just did not work. Not like it's supposed to. Now, I wish I still had it. I wish I didn't take it back to the store, but being 12, 13 years old and having a thing that didn't work and you spent $100 on, I mean, you're not going to keep it.
No. No, that was the case with me in like video games back in the day. It was out with the old, in with the new. And if something didn't work, yeah, you just went and got your money back. That was it.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Being that age, I mean, you're not thinking about the future. You're thinking about the now.
Yeah, and especially when you're taking every single droplet of birthday money and you're spending it on one thing and it doesn't work, you're not going to hold on to it. I don't care who you are.
You're gonna be pretty damn upset.
Oh, yeah, I was.
Yeah. So I remember, I think I've mentioned it in the show before, but I remember my mom and dad buying it for me and it not working. We tried to buy another one, didn't work. No, that was it. Just no, it didn't work.
Yeah, it literally just did not work. It was something. It was a cool idea, and they just couldn't make it pay off. It was bad.
Yeah, made me every time I saw the Wizard just kind of scoff at freaking Lucas.
Yeah.
It made me mad at him because he's sitting there playing the game like a boss with it. You see the damn commercial of the guy playing Mike Tyson Punch Out and doing the super punch with it and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, it worked for him. What the hell?
Yeah, little that we know is all TV and movie magic.
Yeah. Somebody's sitting there in the background with a controller.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
But, yeah, that's such a missed opportunity. And, I mean, we've seen stuff like that come out kind of modern day. I mean, we've got the Wii, brought the Wii Mote, got the PS3 and its Move. But
Yeah, I never liked the move at all.
same here. I hated that stupid thing. I mean, it was kind of cool that they brought out shells as far as guns go and so on, but at the same time, it really felt stupid.
Yeah. Now, I am a victim of buying into the motion gaming crap. A few Christmases ago, I purchased a Xbox Connect for my 360.
Oh yeah.
I still have it. It hasn't been hooked up or plugged into my system for over a year. Um, but I did recently start picking up games for it because they've come down so much. I mean, I'm picking them up for like $2 or $3 each at GameStop. So I'm gonna have a video on that soon.
Go play some of the what is it? The Dance
Oh, I'm
Dance
not.
Revolution.
Oh no, I'm not paying. I ain't playing any dancing games.
Come on, there's your video right there.
But seeing a 38-year-old man dance around to some Katy Perry.
Dude, I would laugh my ass off. That'd get my like.
Is that what it takes to get a like from you? Am I a dancing monkey to you?
Yes, yes, you are.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, I bought into it as well. A few years ago, my wife was just like, "We need to get one of these. We need to get one of these." Or, no, her mom bought one of all people, and they played the Kinect Adventure and thought it was the coolest thing in the world. So all of a sudden, we had to buy one. I still wasn't really, I wasn't falling for it, and I never really did. Every game I played, it just felt like it wasn't capturing me well enough. Very spotty, and I think Steel Battalion came out when that game came out. When they brought the demo out for that, and then it was so unplayable. I said, okay, no more. The thing was unhooked after that.
Right, right.
And it was a shame because I love Steel Battalion. The original Steel Battalion was groundbreaking.
That's the one that had that huge, gigantic uh, controller, right?
Yeah, the joysticks had like 40 buttons on it and had the pedals.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh man, and I was so close to getting one of those here a couple weeks ago for like $80. There
Oh,
was a
wow.
store. Yeah, there's a store in Tulsa. I've gone to it a few times. I always tend to come out with something from that place. Had it for $80. I don't know if they still do or not. I was actually going to go yesterday and check it out because I wanted this so bad. It's on the original Xbox. I remember it having a really kind of steep learning curve because you got to know what all the buttons do and everything. But like you literally had to start your whole mech up using these buttons, and it was a mech simulator, not so much a combat game as it was a simulator. But I was going to go to this place like I had money in hand, but my car decided to start overheating
Oh,
the day
fun.
before. Yeah, so I was kind of left to go, well, I better not take a 120-mile trip. So I
Yeah,
think,
yeah, I think you made the right decision there, sir.
yeah, I think I've kind of blown my chance on getting Steel Battalion anytime soon, which bums me because that's one of my unicorns on the Xbox.
And that's definitely a good price for it, $80.
Yeah, $80 for the game, the joystick, and a strategy guide.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so the guy really bundled it up well. He does a lot of good business where he's at.
I imagine so, yeah.
He's got a box Demon's Crest right now. Oh man, it's sexy. DuckTales 2, Bubble Bobble 2. He's got a lot of rare ones in there. Pisses me off. I can't get to it.
I bet those DuckTales 2 and Bubble Bobble 2 are some nice high prices too.
Yeah, yeah. I don't remember what price tags he had, but they're I think Bubble Bobble was like $220. DuckTales, I think he had 170 on it.
Wow.
So yeah, and the bummer part about this all is I used to live just up the road from this place when I lived in Tulsa, and he wasn't there when I lived there. But once I moved, I think he's been open 2 years now. So he missed me by just like, what is it, 2015? He missed me by like 3 years.
No, damn.
So anyway, yeah. Well, I don't know what else to say.
I don't know. I think we hit all the points we wanted to hit tonight, right?
Yeah, close to. For it being kind of an up in the air episode,
Yeah,
I think it's gone over pretty good.
I think so. And a little hiccup at the beginning, but we're good now.
Yeah, and I know my phone's kind of been blowing up here, and I'm assuming it looks like we might have messages and so on. If you're listening and you have messaged me, I apologize. The Google Plus thing is really hard to figure out, and I think we just need to figure out how to get the chat working on it or something. I don't know, but we can't see your comments unless we actually go to our channel and look at it and read it, then go back and all that. So don't think we're ignoring you. We're really not.
So the episode's like live?
Yeah, it's live until we finish up, and then that's whenever I kind of block it and leave it for edit.
Oh. Well,
We've had people listening. I know earlier we had like 3 people listening all at once.
oh, damn.
I know that's a new high for us.
Wow. Well, hello, people.
Yeah,
Did not know.
we have 1 viewer right now. So thanks for listening.
You-
Really
you-
appreciate it.
Yeah, you're super sexy for staying along with us this long.
Yeah, it's awesome. So I promise we're not ignoring you or anything. We just haven't figured this whole thing out, even after 12 episodes, 13 episodes.
At least, yeah.
Yeah. So, but I mean, please, listeners, go to the Classically Retarded Show page, hit the subscribe button. And I mean, some of these videos we'll probably start editing them up pretty good. I have no doubt that old retard there's gonna fancy this one up.
Nah, I'm just gonna draw a duel of a puppy dog and let it be.
As long as that puppy dog is taking a dump, I'm okay with that.
I make no promises.
And that's inappropriate, sir.
I am an artist. No one dictates my art.
I am not going to conform to your crap.
I do what I want to do. If I want to do a dog on a skateboard crapping, I will. If I don't, I don't.
I draw what I'm feeling when I'm feeling it. You can't tell me what I'm feeling.
The man is not going to keep me down. God damn it.
All right. So that's with that line of bullshit, we're gonna go ahead and wrap this episode up.
If you're on the interwebs, check us out on our Facebook page. Check us out on our YouTube page. I don't know if we have a Twitter yet. Do we have a Twitter? I know I do, but I don't know if the show does.
Yeah, I don't think we ever registered one for the show.
Well, if we get some more subscribers, I will definitely set up a Twitter account and I will man it like a pimp at a pimp convention.
Nice. Sounds good to me. I have no comeback for that, so I'm not even going to try.
But just keep an eye out. We're constantly updating our Facebook page. I think we haven't in a while, but we will make time to do so this weekend and in the near future.
That was such a paradox.
I love paradoxes.
We always update it, but we haven't lately.
Yep, and we love macaroni and cheese, but can't stand processed milk products.
Yeah, we'll post that on the Facebook page. There you go.
Yep, and always remember, sprinkles are for winners.
Wow. We've lost everybody.
That's the way I like to keep it.
Anyway, yeah, thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Of course, I mean, if you do a search on Facebook, if you search the Classically Retarded Show, if you get on YouTube and search the Classically Retarded Show, you should find us on there and hear our sexy voices.
Oh, yeah.
So, with that being said, I'm going to leave it right there.
Sounds good to me.
Alright, and of course, this is Classic Game Freak.
And retired by choice.
See you guys in the next video.
Yep.
Later.
Peace.
Can't get enough gaming talk from just this episode? Then head on over to our Facebook page at www.facebook.com/classicallyretardedshow. There you can keep up to date on gaming news, sales and deals we've spotted on the interwebs, giveaways, podcast updates, as well as anything and everything retro.